Listen closely, silent fighter, you who carries the weight of invisible wars. You smile when the world watches, but you bleed when the lights go out. You have fought for so long that your own mind has become a foreign invader. Understand this: the deadliest battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the whispers in your head. External enemies can only bruise the skin, but your thoughts can rot the soul from within. You can be surrounded by peace and still feel the suffocating heat of fear and shame. This happens because you have allowed the battlefield to remain unguarded. A small, poisonous seed is planted. I am a failure. I am unloved. If left unchecked, these seeds grow into a forest of thorns that imprison your identity. But the ancient Stoics, men who endured exile, chains, and the collapse of empires, left us a blade. They discovered that while the world is chaotic, the fortress of the mind is sovereign. Marcus Aurelius wrote that your soul takes the color of your thoughts. It is time to choose a hue of iron and gold rather than ash and shadow. You do not need to be perfect or rich or powerful to find peace. You only need to master the space between a thought and your reaction to it. This script is not a gentle lullaby for the weak. It is a war manual for the weary. We are here to execute the lies that have kept you small and fearful. In the following chapters, we will burn the mental traps that feed your agony. Do not blink. Do not retreat. This is the moment you reclaim the throne of your own consciousness. Rule 1. You are not the cloud, you are the sky. Let us begin with the most brutal truth of all. You are not your thoughts. Most men live in a state of self-inflicted delusion, believing every whisper of their mind is their identity. If you had 1,000 random thoughts today, does that mean you have 1,000 faces? No. Stoicism demands a radical separation between the observer and the observed. Your mind is a vast, eternal sky, and your thoughts are merely passing clouds. Some clouds are white and light, others are black and heavy with a coming storm. But listen, the sky never becomes the storm. The sky simply allows the weather to pass through it, remaining vast and silent. Epictetus taught that it is not events that disturb us, but our opinions about them. This means a thought like, "I have failed," is not a fact. It is a suggestion. If you do not grab the cloud and pull it into your chest, it cannot suffocate you. Most people suffer because they mistake a shadow for a monster. They think, "I feel anxious, therefore I am an anxious person." This is a lie that chains you to a ghost. The Stoic practice is to stand back and label the invader. Do not say, "I am a failure." Say, "I am noticing a thought that suggests I have failed." In that tiny gap of language, you find the throne of your power. You are the conscious witness, the silent architect, the immovable sky. The clouds will come, and the clouds will go. But you? You remain. Rule 2. Purge the sanctuary of your mind. Your mind is a sovereign temple, yet you treat it like a public square. You wonder why you are plagued by darkness, while you leave your gates wide open. Let us be brutally honest. Most of your suffering is imported from the outside. A negative mind is not a birthmark. It is a habit built by a toxic environment. If you feed your soul on a diet of chaos, you will starve for peace. Seneca, who walked the halls of power and faced the blade of an emperor, warned us, "Associate only with those who will improve you, and welcome those you can elevate." This is not a suggestion, it is a law of spiritual survival. Every voice you listen to, every screen you scroll, plants a seed in your subconscious. If you surround yourself with the cynical and the small-minded, you will shrink. You cannot expect to fly like an eagle while you are nesting with vultures. The Stoics practiced a cold, calculated discipline of exclusion. They knew that external clutter is the smoke that signals an internal fire. Look at your room, your circle, and your digital habits with the eyes of a judge. If a person or a habit drains your energy, it is an enemy of your progress. Purge the noise. Silence the gossip. Delete the distractions that keep you weak. A warrior's strength is measured by what they have the courage to leave behind. Build a sanctuary of order, silence, and high-vibration truth. When you guard the gates of your environment, the voices in your head finally fall silent. Victory starts with the boundaries you refuse to break. Rule 3. Defy the tyranny of first impressions. Rewrite. The average man is a puppet, dancing to the rhythm of his own erratic pulse. He feels a spark of rage and incinerates his legacy in a single moment. He feels a shiver of doubt and retreats from the gates of greatness. But you must be different. You must realize that the first emotion is almost always a liar. It is a primitive scream, a messy reaction that lacks the dignity of logic. Stoicism teaches us to treat every sudden feeling like a stranger at the gate. Do not invite it in. Do not offer it a seat at your table. Marcus Aurelius, holding the weight of the known world, gave us the ultimate command. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face. When a negative thought strikes fear, jealousy, or the heat of anger, pause. Say to that impression, wait. Let me see what you truly are. You are not a victim of your feelings. You are the judge of them. If you react instantly, you have surrendered your throne to a ghost. But if you can endure the discomfort of a 10-second silence, the ghost vanishes. Emotions are like storms that lash against the mountainside. The trees may bend, but the mountain does not move an inch. Practice the view from above. Zoom out until your burning rage or your crushing sorrow is but a speck in the cosmos. From that height, the tyranny of the moment loses its grip on your soul. Do not trust the first fire. Wait for the ash to settle, then act with the cold precision of a king. You are the master of the pause, and in that pause, you find your freedom. You have traveled through the fire, silent fighter, and you have emerged forged in iron. Understand this: killing negative thoughts is not a one-time act of violence. It is a daily, hourly, and lifelong discipline of the spirit. You now hold the 3 sacred keys to your internal fortress. You know that you are the infinite sky, not the fleeting clouds of your mind. You have purged your sanctuary, refusing to let the world's rot enter your gates. And you have mastered the pause, defying the tyranny of every impulsive emotion. The Stoics did not seek a life without pain. They sought a mind that could not be conquered. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus are no longer just names in a book. They are the silent generals standing behind you as you face your shadows. Do not let this knowledge sit idle like a rusted blade. Practice it when the night is dark and the whispers return with a vengeance. Remind yourself, my mind is my strongest weapon and I am its master. You are doing better than you think, not because the struggle has ended, but because you have finally stopped running and started fighting. Like this video to signal your commitment to the path. Comment, my mind is my strongest weapon, to seal this truth into your subconscious. Share this with a brother or sister still lost in the storm. Subscribe to keep building this armor of clarity and power. The war is internal, the victory is eternal. Go now and rule yourself.